and it has an agile, fun chassis that's probably more playful, more sporty than potentially. Hi guys, Alex Peak Performance Reviews. Welcome to another vlog and welcome to another car review. Today I find myself in an MG4 Trophy and yeah, look at it in that glorious volcanic orange. I'm not going to talk too much about this in the intro, but yeah, obviously hopefully enjoy my drive. If you've got any comments and you want me answering anything, hit us up in the comment section. And yeah, without further ado, let's go drive. So we are out in the MG4 Trophy. Trophy spec being a little bit more spec laden, tech laden, and obviously top of the range and flagship. Also has this beautiful little spoiler that sets it off from the other bits, as well as a couple of little accents and higher quality interior trims. 204 horsepower with 250 Newton meters of torque. It really should be quite a sprightly affair. Now, this car is effectively billed as a budget full EV to rival that of an ID3 and a Cupra Born. But what I love about this and why this is a budget vehicle is the fact that for about 31,000, I'll give you full tech specs of each model and the variants and how much they cost. But for about £31,000 for a Trophy, this car comes laden with features that you would have in an ID3 or a Cupra Born that by the time you've spec'd it probably is way north of £40,000. So for a differential of like say £9,000 or more, you're getting everything you'd get in the Cupra Born or the ID3 with a similar power output to this. Tech specs on paper, I think this is a little bit slower. It's 7.6 range, 0 to 60, although on feel, in my opinion, it definitely is quicker than that. But what I love about MG and what they've done with this EV is they've managed to manufacture a much flatter battery, and because of that, it means that it has a great lower center of gravity, and it means it handles really, really well. And it has an agile, fun chassis that's probably more playful, more sporty than potentially any other car in and around or anywhere near this price, and a little bit more. And rest assured, I will tell you now, this handles absolutely superb. Absolutely superb. Let's see what the brakes are like. Yeah, you need to get a bit of a stomp on them. So they've got the modulations not very quick and responsive. So no, the initial bite is a bit long, but a lot of EVs are like that. The Cupra Born's exactly the same. When it's on its hardest regen mode, which just does have adjustable regen modes on it, like the Cupra Born, it does have a bit of almost like a long pedal. Some people like that. I prefer a little bit of a tighter pedal, not super tight, but tighter. But once you stomp on it, it's got actually really, really good brakes. And yeah, it's got a nice amount of kit in this car. Like I say, lovely infotainment system, a really nice, clear, responsive touchscreen display in the middle, quite large, and your bigger one and a slightly smaller one on the main driver side, with all the information you need, and really nice and crystal clear. You've got this dialer knob, which is nice and simple for your drive modes, for obviously reverse, neutral and drive. And it does have different modes in the infotainment system. What I love about this system is it has physical buttons, which I prefer a lot of the time, as well as some digital buttons. So it's not too fiddly, but it is really responsive. I can go into the menu and go into the home button, home screen, and trying to find what you need is really quite simple. It also has some physical buttons on the steering wheel as well. This lovely kind of almost hexagonal sporty steering wheel, which is unique to the Trophy. And let's push it on a little bit more. It's got really punchy power delivery as you'd expect from an EV, but the chassis definitely, someone said it, it is possibly the best handling low price EV out there. It finds braking points and apexes really nice. Let's push it and see where it goes. And it's quite playful as well. I like that. In sports mode, it's got a good playful chassis. You can kind of invoke it into a bit of oversteer, but it looks after you. And it really goes really, really well. Let's see what it's like on this hairpin. Steering weight is lovely. Rack response and feel is really, really good. Doesn't need too much turn, you'll see from my hand position, to rotate the car and get bite from the front end. A nice steering feel. Let's see what it's like on this banked mid corner. Oh yeah, she steps out if you want it to a little bit, but she holds on well. It's really quite a pleasurable drive, I have to say. Suspension stays really fairly neutral with a little bit of oversteer, which I like. Safe, but a little bit naughty as well, which I love. It really is damn good. MG for the money. Let's see if it goes light over here. Oh, yep, it does, but the suspension does good at getting itself back in check, so the dampening speed is really quite nice. It checks itself, gets itself and resets itself into the body really nicely without feeling unsettled, ready for the next apex, ready for the next turn, for the next transition. And it is a great handling, sporty, low price EV. Is it better than a Cupra Born? I feel like the Cupra Born, if it was lower, would feel like the chassis might be able to take more, but this feels lower already, and that's what I like about this. This feels more un-SUV like, whereas the Born does feel a little bit SUV like. It takes it and handles it really well, and I adore the Cupra Born. I have to say, it's a brilliant car, but I would take one of these over an ID3 all day long. And a Cupra Born, for the money, the value is way better in this. The interior is better definitely on the ID3 and the Cupra Born, but for the price point, this has got a brilliant interior, and it's got everything you need and then some. It's got all the really, really fancy bells and whistles, with the look of something that can be a little bit more no frills, but it doesn't feel cheap. It feels relatively premium. It feels well put together. The materials used, the levers, the plastics, and the materials and the aluminiums, the metals, all feel really, really good. There's no interior horrible rattles. There's good space in the rear. There's a lot of decent trunk space or boot space. And its main party piece is definitely the chassis. Thankfully, these also have a great, decent standard range, but they vary. And for that reason, I'm going to put the links in the bio as well as just on your screen now, as in terms of the range capability of these cars. But I'm really concentrating more on the handling of this thing. This car, for a low price SUV, is absolutely superb. And what I like more than anything is the fact that it's playful. You can invoke it into a little bit of oversteer, and it is absolutely playful and fun, and it really is damn good. And as a sporty cut price SUV goes, it is the best out there, I have to say, for the value, absolutely. And would I buy one? Absolutely. For how much this costs, for how good this handles. I had to be quiet then because I was enjoying the chassis. It's brilliant. Literally, guys, I would give this a peak performance reviews rating of 88 out of 100. That really probably takes into consideration more the value of how good it is. If you forgot the value, you probably might take it down a few points or two, but nothing much. But for the value and everything else that it does, and for how much and for how many boxes this ticks, for this cost, it is absolutely stonking. And I applaud MG for this car, and I really, really rate it. Guys, I'm going to end that here. I hope you enjoyed the video. As always, like, share, comment and subscribe. We'll see you again on the next one. Bye for now.